Hello and welcome to the lecture on what is technology platform. Before we dive deep into the understanding of SAP BTP, it's better to take a step back and define the term technology platform. Understanding this lecture will give you a very good perspective of how SAP is moving forward with its product and services using its own technology platform. This session aims to give you an in-depth understanding of the term technology platform. So it's better we take a step back, understand technology platform, then we'll move into SAP BTP. So let's look at what you will be learning in this session. By end of this lecture, you will be able to understand the term technology platform, understand how technology platform are used today, and then familiarize yourself with the real-life examples of technology platforms. Recognize how technology platforms have helped companies in technology standardization. Then we'll summarize the session by summarizing the key points and takeaways that will help you serve as a solid foundation for your understanding of the upcoming topics. So before we deep down into the lecture, I want you to think for a moment, what is your definition of technology platform? What do you think, what is a technology platform? So please take a moment to ponder on this and I'll wait for a second. Alright, great. Now let's venture into this fascinating topic that is geniusly transformed the technology landscape. So without further ado, let's immerse ourselves into this today's lecture. Onward we go. First, let's understand the definition of the term technology platform. So let me give you a definition first for you to digest first what is technology platform, then we'll go into the topic. So here's the definition of a technology platform. A technology platform is a collection of components that enables the development and the deployment of various applications, services, or products. You can think of very simple definition of understanding or explaining somebody what is a technology platform. There are two words here I've highlighted, I've underlined it, and I wanted to focus on those two words. The first word is collection of components. The second one is the enablement, which means empower to accomplish something or to achieve something. So think of a technology platform as an ecosystem where you have collection of components inside it, and that actually empowers us or enable us to accomplish something more significant in a faster and a more efficient and an effective way. Think of an ecosystem as a collection of technologies, because you're talking about technology platform. So this ecosystem is actually collection of technology that interact with each other, and some are dependent on each other to survive. So let me give you an example of technology platform. It's like you're putting components together that can be used to develop and run various applications, tools, frameworks, services, or product. That's basically the features that you're gonna get from the technology platform. The first thing is basically the infrastructure. Obviously, to run any technology, you need servers, you need all those hardware things that to be first taken care. So that's why the first thing is the infrastructure in the technology layer. If you need to develop or run any software, you need hardware like computer servers. Second is basically the operating system like Windows, Linux, Unix, or Mac that is installed on the hardware. Can you take a guess what comes next? Yes, you're right. You need the platform to have the ability to run the program that we write. If you have written a Java program, Python program, web application, Node.js, then we need that platform to be able to run our programs. That is nothing but the language support. So the technology platform should have that language support, means we can develop and deploy and run those applications onto their platform. Next, we need the platform to take care of the network and the security things for us. Everything we put inside the technology platform should be able to communicate with outside things. All the communication that is happening with our technology platform has to be secure. So the network and the security has to be addressed by the technology layer. We also need the platform to have a set of tools that solves other technology needs like database, like developing, running mobile applications, various other things. So there are other things, aspects of technologies, that components that we also need in the platform. So if you look at the picture, it's basically giving you an overall concept of a technology platform. I want you to remember this picture and visualize the technology platform as an ecosystem that has various components inside. Alright, I also want you to ponder on the idea of putting similar things together in a technology layer. If I talk about technology, what are the similar things that we can put inside the layer, and then we can call it as a technology layer. Think it like a box, that has all the components inside, and using this box you can develop and run your application or use the things inside the box. Think for a second, how do you feel about this concept? Let us digest whatever you have thought about this concept, like putting all the things together in a box and forming a technology layer. In that case, you will be amazed at this idea compared with how traditionally the companies are managing its own technology components, which are distributed across all over the place. Traditionally, companies have various teams. If you look at a company, they have each department that take care of, like, one for infrastructure team, one for network, one for security, one for development, one for administration, then maintenance, user team separate, their database team separate. There are so many teams that are working independently. They have their own servers, they have their own softwares, they have their own licenses, they have their own platforms, and it's all distributed. If you think of a technology platform as a conceptual idea, basically help companies to adopt and to put the best things in one place to form a technology layer. So everything the company builds or runs application is made on just one technology layer, which is actually distributed to the entire company. So entire company will come together and then work on this technology layer, and all the things are put together so that it forms basically a basis for all the people to work in that organization. I think personally this is really a brilliant idea, to have a platform that our entire company application survives on. I hope you have understand the term technology platform. Let me repeat one more time for you. A technology platform is a collection of components that enables the development and the deployment of various applications, services, or products. Now that you have understood the term technology platform, next let's understand how in real time companies are using this concept to form their own technology platform. In the next slide, I will walk through some real life things you might be using it now. I'll show you how they have formed their own technology layer and how they have used it as a basis to grow their application or to run their business also. So let's go to the next slide. Okay, so before we understand the real life example of a technology platform, I have a question for you to think about. Why do you think the company wants to have a technology platform? Think for a second. Why I should have a technology platform? Why can't I just, every team manages their own server and I just go to them and they serve me the purpose? Why I need to have a standard platform? A technology platform is basically a common platform with various components that work together. We have seen that definition. And what is the purpose? The purpose is to run a business process efficiently. That's the whole point. If you're running a business, the whole point of a business is to run its process efficiently. And to run that process efficiently, your underlying technologies that give you a solid foundation has to be stable. And company wants to deliver its product and services to customer with quality and on time. And anything that's going wrong in the technology, obviously the quality and on time will be compromised. To achieve this, a company should be able to run its business process efficiently. So I hope you understood why we need a technology platform. First of all, what is a technology platform and why we need a technology platform? So let me give you an examples. What are the examples of famous technology players who use this concept efficiently to run their business process and sustain the high market demands? So I'm going to take the top famous examples and products and the services that is present in the market, and we're going to look at it, how they are offering it and how they can sustain that demand. The first thing we're going to look at is at the social media platforms. Like take an example of Facebook. Okay, for stats, 40% of world's population uses Facebook, which actually means approximately 2.8 billion monthly active users, not the registered users, but 2.8 billion monthly active users uses Facebook. Now just imagine for a second to have such kind of volume for your service, and what kind of infrastructure and software support, network security you need to have to sustain that kind of volume, right? Imagine if Facebook does not rely on a standard platform to expand its underlying hardware, software, language support to deploy new applications, network security and tools. Facebook could not sustain that demand that is available in the market from a social media platforms. It will be chaos, and Facebook will not be able to sustain such a massive volume of demand. So many social media platform providers like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, they actually have a solid technology layer on which these softwares are built and executed. That's why once they have a standard layer and a foundation, they can grow big. Another example I'll give you, that's basically on the cloud storage provider. Now these guys offer us the service to use the storage. Providing space on demand and removing on demand services should be a very flexible technology layer to support this business model. What do you think? 100 users comes, 100 users go, right? You have to provide that hardware, you have to take away that hardware. When they come, you have to have that available. When they go away, it's useless to have those if there's no demand. So you have to remove that as well. So for this kind of business model, they must build a standard and a robust and obviously a flexible technology with all its component working together, right? You're paying for the hardware, you're paying for the software, you're paying for the databases. But if there are no demand, you have to remove that out from the technology layer. So that's why the components have to work together, and this is only possible when everything is working in a single ecosystem. Think for a second, if you are a cloud storage provider and you want to offer such kind of services to your users, how are you going to do your own technology layer? Think for a second how this technology platform is actually helping us to solve this kind of problems. I'll give you the last example, and this is my favorite. I think cloud platform providers, this is really a fascinating business model. Azure, Amazon, Alibaba, Google Cloud, and many other cloud providers have their own underlying technology platform, and on top of it, they are selling as a service too, which is an extraordinary brilliant idea. This is all possible with the concept of having a technology layer that enables companies to run their business process efficiently. If you look at social media platform, cloud storage provider, cloud platform providers, I gave you a very, very simple idea to grasp the concept of what is a technology platform. And if you look at all these companies, they are trying to run their business process efficiently. And in order to do that, with such a great demand they have for their tools, they need to have a standard technology platform. I hope these are very simple examples that will help you get your mind around the technology platform concept. I also hope you got an idea of what is a technology platform by now, by looking at the definition and also looking at some real life examples. In real life, companies use this concept to run their business process efficiently. That's the only goal they have, to have a solid foundation, and based on that foundation, they are running their process smoothly. So let's continue to understand the benefits that technology platform will bring to the company. So let's look at the benefits of the technology platform. So before we start, do you want to take a guess what could be the first one? That's my favorite, and that's called as standardization. One platform for the entire company. So that's the benefit a company gonna get when they adopt a technology platform, obviously, because technology platform concept helps the company to adopt this idea of having one platform which runs and serves according to the company's business process. They add things up to the technology platform based on their needs to run the application and remove them when it is not needed. So that's basically a standard and unified technology platform. They can add things to try and remove when the job is done. So standardize is basically to help to sustain a company on a standard platform. I always imagine a company as a building standing on solid pillars, and the first one that I always think is basically standardization. The second benefit that they're gonna get is basically the scalability, the ability to add and remove things based on company's business process demands. If the company has more customer and complex needs, then scaling up the technology layer with additional hardware, software, language support is very easy, and also removing them when they are not required is also a click of a button. Also, scalability is directly proportional to the company's revenue. So if you have an hardware, if it's unused, then you're paying for nothing. So you should have this scalability feature built into your technology platform. The next one is basically the innovative. The company should be innovative. Well, you will hear me saying a lot in this course about 100 lines of code can be rewritten in 25 lines with a new language. Things are changing, right? We are moving towards tools that have zero coding, and you just draw them visually and the code is automatically generated. With drag and drop applications, trust me, you can build a mobile application with zero coding. With just telling your intent and documenting it, the code is written in the background and executed. We're going to look into this fascinating ideas in the upcoming lectures. But I want you to understand that we are in this technology era. We are moving away from writing something from a scratch, and then we are moving to an area where we are just letting our intent to the computer, and the computer is basically writing the code. If your company also is not using advanced technology innovation, then it is missing its edge to do things and dominate the market. If there's a new company that's coming in the market, is basically going to use all the high-end technologies to achieve some greater things in their own product. Think like AI, right? Artificial intelligence. If a company is coming up with tools and they have AI built in it, then basically it has its own advantage and its edge into the market and into the product. And also automation is one of the area. And if innovative ideas is put up into the automation, many manual things can be automated. So it's basically a must for every company to adopt artificial intelligence and automation. So basically this technology platform, once it is standardized, you have the ability to add and remove components to its layer, which can give you that additional support to build innovative applications. You can also try and use these advanced technologies. The next one is simple and straightforward. The platform has to be secured and compliance, and it has to be up 99.9%. And there are many more advantages that we can list it out, but I think you grasp the whole concept of technology layer. I just want to iterate that what are the benefits you're going to get out of it. And it's very obvious that there will be many other benefits if a company chooses to have a standard technology platform and all its application uses it. I hope you are starting to see the power of the technology platform and what it is all about. Alright, so that's about benefits of technology platform. So let's summarize the lecture into the next slide. And I want you to remember this definition. At least you should be able to explain it in your own words. I don't want you to remember whatever I'm putting up in the lecture, but at least you should have an idea of how do you define a technology platform. What is it, why a company want to adapt a technology platform, what are the benefits of it. So here's just another definition that I want you to remember from a different perspective. A technology platform is a framework that provides a foundation for developing, deploying, operating various software application, services or products. It typically consists of combination of hardware, software, networking capabilities, data storage systems that work together to support the functioning of the digital applications. I hope you got a very good understanding of what is technology platform and how in real life companies are using to their advantage. So let's summarize this lecture. I hope by now you should be able to understand the term technology platform and understand the uses of technology platform. We have looked at different examples of the technology platform, so you should be able to understand how in the market everybody is trying to adopt this mindset of having a standardized technology platform. And also we have looked at what are the benefits of technology platform if you adopt this kind of model. Then we have summarized the definition of technology platform and how this basically help a company. Let's wrap up this session. To conclude, I really hope that you now have a very good understanding of what is a technology platform. If not, I highly recommend going to this lecture again to solidify the concept in your mind, so that when we go to the business technology platform, you understand what is a technology platform first, and then we move into the advanced topics. Thank you so much for your attention to listening till the last. I wish you a fantastic day. Bye and take care.